Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. Hope you are all okay. Thanks for watching today. Got quite some extra new subscribers again, so welcome. My name is Michelle. Right, I've got a couple of little friends here with me today. Shall I go through who they are? So we've got here, these are all Toft makes that I've made. I haven't made that many Toft makes, but these are a couple that I have done. So this is Helios, the sunflower. Put in that side so you can see. So this is one of the Toft flower monsters that we have made with lots of petals. So there's actually 2 rows of petals. You can see there from the back. Slightly wobbly head. Feel because of the weight of the head there, needs to be a bit more, some sort of support in the neck. But yeah, so we've got kind of flower petal shaped arms. It's covered in fluff. But yeah, this is Helios the sunflower out of the flower monsters. I did have trouble trying to get the petals to sort of alternate. I think they did okay around this side, and then we went a bit wrong here. So I have to kind of manoeuvre them slightly, but my sunflower's just grown a bit funny. But what you had to do was you had to slip stitch traverse onto the actual head. Probably if I did this again, some others within the sort of Toft community that I'm in online suggested crocheting these just all on a long chain and then attaching it afterwards, so that then you can position them and sew them on better. But it depends on how averse you are to sewing versus crocheting on. But yeah, I had a bit of a job getting these in the right position. But we just sort of manipulate them a bit, it doesn't look too bad. Helios the sunflower. Then we'll go up here to, this is Rebecca the sea turtle. So this is done in lime and teal. Yeah, teal this is. With a cream belly underneath. She's very cute. She was a nice quick make. Not too big, not too small. But yeah, you basically make the shell and the hexagons and crochet those together. And then you did the base separately, crocheted it all together and stuffed. I think possibly if I tried to do this again, because you sew, the pattern says to sew these in onto the outside. I think if I probably did it again, as I joined these portions, I would probably try and fix this inside, I would say. So I just feel it might be nicer to actually fix this inside the shell rather than being sewn on afterwards. But yeah, she was a really nice quick make to do, and she's got flappy flippers, which I quite like. And then our last item we have here is, this is Emmeline Pankhurst. So the Votes for Women suffragette movement. So she has her nice purple dress on. She has her Votes for Women sash, which should actually be embroidered and say Votes for Women. But unfortunately, I didn't trust my embroidery skills. So we have just left it blank, but you've got the colours there. You've got the green, the white and the purple. She does have a little rosette on as well, you can see there. And she's got the same colours on her hat that you can see there, the green and the purple. She does have a bun under here, sort of tucked away. It was quite difficult to do her hair and do her bun and get it tucked in and away. But yeah, I just love the colour and love the frill on her dress. I think her arms are positioned slightly incorrectly when I've sewn them on, but I think this was my first ever Toft doll that I made. I hadn't even made the minis, I don't think, at this point. So yeah, so I'm quite pleased with her. So she is my Toft Votes for Women doll, as tomorrow is, I think, International Women's Day. So there you go. This video, the reason I'm showing you these is because I thought I would show you what I'm working on at the moment, and also a delivery that we had arrive this week. Toft have released all of their Dolls Club subscriptions as one-off kits to buy. That's because for the last, I think, 18 months they've done international or Women of History, not just UK, they've done international as well. And that was a subscription every think it was every 3 months you'd get a doll. So they've been working their way through different sort of notable historical women in history, and they've released them all for International Women's Day tomorrow. And because they are at the Stitch Festival, I think it was Thursday, Friday, yesterday and today, I released two new patterns and kits on general sale, and then the third kit was the Dolls Club subscription. So the newest subscription pattern is for Mary Curie, and I think those that subscribe have started to receive that in their My Toft area already. And the other 2 dolls that were released as kits, which have already sold out, is Queen Nefertiti from Egypt. She looks very stunning. Lots of beadwork on, it's not the headdress, it's like a around the neck sort of piece, bodice sort of piece, I guess you would call it. And a Queen Elizabeth II ready for the Jubilee. And she has a nice crown with jewels on and a nice robe. So yeah, I'll try and get pictures of those new kits released and pop at the end of this video. So yeah, so some new kits that have arrived. But basically I had a delivery this week. The kits were, like for the whole kit for the dolls, I think the Queen was £70, and Nefertiti was 70 or maybe 60. So they're not pricey. They're worth the money for what you're going to use them for. You get all of the yarn, all of the little glass beads, all of the bits and bobs that you need. But yeah, for me, I do like the dolls, but I pick and choose as to which ones I like, and just sort of which ones I make. Excuse me. In terms of a regular subscription, I think it's, for the doll subscription, I think it's £60 every quarter. I might start it again and try and pick a couple of them up later. It depends on what they're going to do. I did the hand dye for a little while, and then the patterns weren't really for me. But also with these, once you know what the kit is, once they've released it, as in told all the subscribers, like we know it's Mary Curie, I could go on now and sign up to the Dolls Club, and they'd send me that one, and then I could either pause or cancel and wait and see what the next one is. So as long as you catch it before it sells out, there is ways and means of getting them. But I had a delivery because I did want to order these, because I have now a slight obsession, as us Tofties do, patches and pins and things like that. So I did order the pins, the International Women's Day pins. So I've got all mine. I started a new box frame, which I just bought from Hobbycraft when I got my Flora Society pin here, because I signed up for that. Well, hubby bought it for me for Christmas. And just as I started a new box frame, the pin subscription was cancelled. So they just decided to go another route with the pins, and I think released them as specials when they wanted to. So you've probably got a quick glimpse there, but I'm going to take it out so you can see without the reflection of the box frame. It just pops out of here. Here we are. So this is my Flora Society, and then these are all the dolls that they have released so far for International Women's Day, but also on the doll subscription. So you've got Emmeline, who I've just shown you in the background there. Then we have Mary Curie, which is the newest kit. Rosa Parks, Frida Kahlo, Amelia Earhart, or Earhart, I'm not sure how you say that. Junko Tabai, who I have to admit I've never heard of, and Wangari, oh, I can't remember the last name. I'll have to look that up and put it in the end. Wangari, I think it's something, Eatery or something. I really can't say the name, I apologise. So notable women in history. So actually it's taught me something, because obviously I knew Emmeline Pankhurst, sorry. Mary Curie, Rosa Parks. I more recently heard of Frida Kahlo. I didn't realise who she was until more recently. And Amelia Earhart. I know all 5 of those, but Junko and Wangari are 2 that I haven't heard of. So that is good for educating me. I think this lady was one of the first in maybe Africa or India. I think it said Africa and India on the thing, to get a PhD. So, and this was, I believe, a notable mountaineer, a lady mountaineer. So I'll try and research a bit better for next time. But yeah, so it's nice to sort of have these celebrated in doll form, but also to have the limited edition pins as well. And the Mary Curie pin that they've released, all of the money is going to Mary Curie Cancer Care, which is nice. So it's a nice touch, and these are all quite large pins. They're double pins on the back. Excuse the mess of my rubbish sewing there, I just covered a bit of cardboard. So they are all nicely in a row now, along with my Flora pin. So I think a lot of these were limited edition to 500 or under. Some were 300 only. So yeah, I'm glad I got in quick. So I managed to order all of those successfully and get those in my pin collection. So that was my little Toft order this week. You did get a pattern, free pattern to make like a suffragette rosette. And you also got a free suffragette celebratory patch. So I've got that upstairs to add to my patch collection. There have been, for all you Tofty patchy collectors, a couple of new ones that have shown up this weekend at the Stitch Festival. Jess the Dolphin, for one of the Toft members. Beth the Dutch Rabbit, who I love because my previous bunny was a Dutch. And we knew of Liz the Dodo, but she's the elusive Dodo patch because Liz doesn't go to many of the shows, but she was there apparently yesterday. So everyone's got majorly excited about all these new patches because we like to collect them all. It's a bit like Pokemon cards, you've got to catch them all, but you have to generally tend to get them when you go to festivals. I was debating the London one, but it wasn't at the XL Centre. It was, I think, the London Business Centre, which I'd not heard of before. And I think it was a bit of a pain for some people to get to, especially with the tube strikes. So yeah, that was kind of a Tofty, hello, here's Tofty kind of thing going on here. So the one last thing I'm doing at the moment is I am, if I put that down, making at the moment a Toft mini flower monster. It's not a sunflower. It looks a bit like one, but obviously the wrong colour. We've got a head and a body. It's got a little tummy going on there. And 2 legs to attach. So we need 2 arms, and we are going to do something with Festive Ruby around the outside. So that is our job for this weekend. So yeah, that is kind of everything Tofty this week. I am looking forward to, I think, Toft are on Create and Craft on Friday morning, and I'm off work, yes, so I can sit and watch it. So I think there's possibly some of the doll kits going to be on there. I don't know, I think they've sold out of Nefertiti and the Queen already online. I think it depends whatever stock they've got that they're bringing home from the festival, but I think they've sold out of those 2 at the festival as well. But I do believe they've got some Queen stock for Create and Craft that they've kept aside, which will probably go Thursday evening because it goes up on the Create and Craft website normally on a Thursday evening, but they do tend to save some stock for the daytime show. So there might be the opportunity there for anybody that missed out, if you are a Create and Craft member. Also, I think you can use some cashback sites, so do use those even when you order from Create and Craft. So I'm going to sit and have a watch of that and see what's new. So maybe I might see some new kits. But yeah, everything Toft this week. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll share some more makes next week when I've hopefully finished my Toft flower monster I'm on. Have a good week. See you all soon. Bye.